Hey, I'm Maureen from Essential Fitness, and I am going to talk today about the importance of exercise versus nutrition. So a lot of people often have this question, like what's more important? Should I start a diet or should I start a workout program? And it's a good question because it's confusing. So the media and the publications today are pretty clear about saying that 80% of your results are going to come from nutrition, and only 20% are going to come from exercise. But if that were the case, 80% of the people would have success with diets, wouldn't they? But we all know that's not true. So let's talk a little bit about nutrition first. So if you think of your nutrition and your metabolism as a campfire, let's just draw a little campfire here. Little wood underneath. There's your little campfire. Okay, so if you think of your metabolism as a burning campfire, a lot of women's metabolism is really slow, especially when they get into their 40s, 50s, and 60s, because as we've talked about before, they're generally not strength training. They don't have a lot of lean muscle mass. And so what happens is their campfire is burning at a very low level. Okay, they're very aware of this because what they tend to do when they start a diet is they start to withhold fuel. So they pull back on their food, and what that in effect does is it makes the campfire go down. So it makes the campfire smaller, and then the more they withhold food, the lower the metabolism goes. So it feels like they're not eating anything and they're not getting any results. Does that sound familiar? Instead, if you put fuel on your fire at a regular basis, like at intervals no more than 3 hours or maximum 5 hours, when you put clean burning fuel on your campfire, the fire starts to burn a little hotter. And in comparison to that, if you starve yourself for most of the day and then now you're really hungry and you eat a ton of food, you just end up smothering your small campfire, so it still doesn't burn any of that food or fuel that you put in. Does that make sense? So the best way to stoke your metabolism is to eat every couple hours. Put clean burning fuel on your campfire and it will continue to burn throughout the day. Does that make sense? And then let's talk about exercise. So what I find with exercise, and in a practical application of this 80-20, I actually kind of find this to be the opposite. I find the opposite to be true. I find that when people start an exercise program, they do a couple things. They boost their metabolism, they turn up that fire because they're starting to build lean muscle mass, and they're burning calories. So they add lean muscle, which burns calories at rest, and they also burn calories because they're moving more. So they're sweating, and they're going to help themselves lose weight by addressing this first. The other thing that I found in my experiences, and I think many of you can relate, is that when people just go on a diet, they're often very unsuccessful. And if they are successful, it's for a really short period of time. But I imagine that you can think back to a time when you actually started working out and then did better on your diet. And that's what I see all the time. So when I see people start to work out first, they start an exercise program, they're doing these things, which is going to help burn calories and boost up this metabolism. And then the other thing that happens when they start working out first is they start to develop discipline. So the effort of working out on a consistent basis, say you're going to go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, you're going to go do your personal training sessions, you start to develop the discipline in your life to do that. So you show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're doing maybe cardio on your own Tuesday and Saturday, and you're doing hard things. So when you come to the gym, your workouts aren't easy, right? They're not designed to be easy. They're designed to challenge you. And every time that you rise up and meet a challenge, your confidence grows and you are flexing the muscle of discipline. Discipline, if you think of it just like a muscle, it gets stronger the more you flex it. So when you start literally flexing your muscles at the gym, you're also flexing this muscle of discipline. And what that's going to do is it's going to make you a stronger person when it comes to improving your diet and your nutrition. So I hope that helps. That's what I see in my experience, is helping a lot of women lose a lot of weight and boost their metabolism and improve their energy and reach their goals. When we talk about a timeline for busy women, who isn't busy, but often when they start their exercise program, it takes a long time to develop a really healthy nutrition program, which is not crash dieting or, a 6 weeks lose 50 pounds kind of thing. This is more of a lifestyle approach. So when people start their exercise program, I'm going to be honest, it usually takes a couple months. They start to develop the discipline and the routine of working out, and then their nutrition will get better and then a little worse and then better and a little worse. And it's a process that takes time for them to start really seeing much more results from their nutrition. And generally that's about the 3-month mark. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. I hope that helps. Please don't hesitate to share this information and or write in the comments if you found it helpful today.